Hello, I'm Richard Ridge for Broadway World. Broadway's big night, the Tony Awards, will take place here at the Beacon Theatre on Sunday night. And we drop by to chat with this year's host, Tony Award winner James Corden, and to give you a sneak peek at one of this year's Best Musical Revival nominees, Fiddler on the Roof. Welcome back, my friend. How does it feel?
Good, yeah. I mean, lovely. I feel very, very... I've had very, not mixed feelings. They've all the same feeling, but like a swell of nostalgia and joy and love at the whole thing. And yeah, I'm really feel very, very lucky to be part of it. I really do.
Because you were a theater kid growing up. I mean, this must be so surreal. You're hosting the Tonys.
I know, it's sort of not, I don't, but then my dream wasn't to like host the Tonys, it was to host the Tonys well, and so I can't really consider that until 11 o'clock on Sunday night. So, all my focus right now is just to try and make it as good as I can, That's all I want to do.
You had your Broadway karaoke carpool. Hysterical. You were the best of Broadway in your car.
Yeah.
I mean, what advice, did you ask Audra? I mean, what was the advice some of your Broadway friends gave you?
Well, they just said to enjoy it, and that's what I intend to do. But, I'm very proud of the fact that I have a TV show that is able to celebrate people that are hugely talented. I know are hugely talented. Everyone who visits here every day knows. But perhaps there are, as we know, there are many people who don't know that, just purely on location and what they're fed. And so to have a TV show where we can put something out, which is essentially me and four big stars. I mean, big stars, but it's a Broadway centric thing, and for that to have been watched, I think like over 5 million times by now is like. We got a note from YouTube saying in the first 10 hours it was watched 190,000 views an hour, which, for what is essentially what we're trying to do is just raise awareness about the Tonys. I'm very, very proud to have such an outlet, Yeah.
What can you tell us about outfits you're wearing Sunday night? What can you tell us? How many times you change in costumes?
I think 4. I'm going to do 4. And it's we're going out there with a couple of them. Yeah, we've got some good. Anna Wintour's dressed me, so she knows what she's doing. I'll just follow her,
What's this whole week been like for you? Being here, I mean, Fiddler was just rehearsing. I mean, it just gets right to you.
Well, to be honest, this is sort of our first day in this building. Really, we've been rehearsing uptown in a studio, so. Yeah, it just feels like it grows every day, and every day it gets a bit closer, and every day it gets a bit more exciting, and it feels very much like, feels very, very similar to those days when there was when we'd have press nights or opening nights of a show, and what you need to do is just breathe and take it in and try to enjoy it,
David Javerbaum, Gary Barlow, what a team you're working with. Is it all for the opening? Can you tell us anything?
Rob Ashford's directing it, and we're gonna try and. I'm going to try and make an opening which is fun and funny and irreverent, hopefully, and also that has a heart to it and a meaning to it. And all I ever wanted from an opening when the three of us were together was, I said, let's have an opening that has a beginning, a middle, and an end that feels like it tells a story in itself. And we'll see if we've pulled that off. But we've really tried to make it for the kid who lives for theatre, wants to work in the theatre, and to whom these nights are huge nights because he's going to get to see all these shows. And for the people who, like I was, like many people who are on that stage tonight were, that you dream of, that one day this might be your life, and that's what we've tried to get out of an opening,
Yeah. And just being back here in New York, seeing shows, going to Joe Allen, going to all your favorite haunts. What that's been like for you. Do you want to get back on stage again here in New York? Maybe a musical?
I'd love to. I can't right now, but I hope in a few years there will be a world in which that would be something I'd be able to do. I would be very disappointed in myself if I didn't. And you just got to pick the right thing, the best thing, and hope that, I don't know, we'll see. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. I just do hope that it's a bridge I will get to cross one day.
was really exciting for us to watch as an audience member a few days before the big night. What was it like for the two of you putting this beautiful Fiddler mashup together for the Tony Awards?
Well, the dancers make us so happy, so I think it's anything that involves them dancing around us is pretty thrilling. Yeah.
It's a bit of a whirlwind and a bit like it's like hard to keep track of what we do in the show and what are we doing in the Tonys. It took a while to get used to it, but it's just a blast. We're having so much fun.
You know, it's such a beautiful mix, but like I said, you're so used to doing your show at the Broadway Theater, and now you're rehearsing at the Beacon Theater.
Yeah, it's very intimate. I was fantasizing how it would be to be in this space because there's something really old world about it, which I love. So maybe we'll move.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we were just talking about it. It's amazing what they're doing with the video projection here. Like it's really special. Really cool stuff.
How long have you been working on the number, prepping for Sunday night for the Tony Awards?
2 weeks, right?
Yeah,
2
2 weeks
weeks
here and there. Whenever we get a second.
Yeah. Bart is super busy.
Yeah.
So when do you find time? When is there rehearsal call to the theater? I mean, how do you do it?
Yeah, well, we did a quick rehearsal before the show last night during our dinner break. We had like a quick 20-minute rehearsal just to brush it up.
We've been grabbing little dribs and drabs here and there.
Exactly,
Yeah.
So is it a lot of fun doing this for the big night Sunday?
I think there's this anticipation, but we're just looking at the paper pictures of the people who will be there, and everybody's kind of very psyched.
Yeah, it's just super exciting to be in a room full of all these amazing people, and the fact that we're going to be watched by millions and millions of people, that's really exciting.